and welcome to a little supper club intro. Now, in the supper club, I want you to start looking at how your body links, works, connects together, linking things from like a hand movement to an ab load up to a foot load. We cover all sorts. But in this little intro, I'm just going to cover a very quick session. We're going to look at how reaching links to ab loading up. So before we start, I want you to have a little shake. Little shake, no best behaviour, standing however you would normally stand, and I just want you to start feeling where you feel the weight in your feet. Do you feel the weight in the fronts of the feet, in the backs of the feet, insides or perhaps the outsides? Do you have more weight on perhaps the right foot or the left foot? Just have a little mental note. By knowing your starting point, we can see what the exercises do for you, whether it helps you, it doesn't help you, if it changes your balance or not. It's all really useful stuff. So first off, where do you feel the weight in your feet? And then next, I want you just to feel where your bottom ribs are. Do they feel like you can feel one sticking out a little bit? Do you feel one hand more forwards than the other? So you've got a little twist. If you looked in the mirror, does one shoulder look higher or lower than the other? Or your fingertips, do they one touch further down your leg than the other? All indications as to where the spine might be sitting. Okay, so let's go for it. So I want you just to do a little roll down. So chin to chest for me. As you roll down, you're going to let the weight of your head begin to open up each little vertebrae on the way down. At the bottom, you're going to take a breath in, breath out, give me a little reach. And we're just going to start by imagining you've got a weight on one of your shoulder blades. So the shoulder blade's going to be drawn down towards the ground and you're going to feel your spine begin to twist away from that heavy shoulder blade. Swap it over. Imagine you've got the weight on the other shoulder blade and your spine begins to twist away from that one. Now keep your eyes to the ground, back to centre, hands to bottom, and begin to stack up one little vertebrae on top of the other. And you can use your fingers to track up the spine. When you get to about bra line, just in below the chest line there, you're going to start imagining a little cord on your chest bone, drawing you up and forwards. I want you to find that little halfway position where your head, your ribs, your pelvis, and ankles are all stacked up over the top of each other. And that's going to be our starting place. Perfect. So we're going to bring one arm forwards. As you bring the arm forwards, you're going to keep the pelvis and head still. So just arm comes forwards. Now reach it forwards like you were bringing those shoulder blades down to the ground. You're now going to reach forwards to the camera. And as you do, you're going to feel your spine begin to twist away from the hand. Perfect. Let's go to the other side. And start to notice, does it feel easier to reach one arm away, twisting in the opposite direction than the other side? Perfect. Coming back. Let's bring that arm forwards. As you bring it forwards, can you rotate the hand, the forearm, the upper arm, and then into the shoulder blade, further, reaching further, twisting your vertebrae round the opposite way a bit further. Perfect. Keeping the pelvis and the head forwards and back. And imagine this time when you swap hands, as you reach a little bit further and you twist, remember never going into pain, always feeling it should feel good for the body to do, feel nice moves. Can you imagine each little vertebrae now starting to twist away from the hand? This is starting to mobilise your spine in a rotational plane of movement. How about it? Things to watch out for. As you're doing this, can you feel, are you tipping to the sides that you're reaching? Now if you do, can you notice how you're going to be losing energy? This is going to be creating a flary rib and it's going to create a loss of energy. So you don't want that. So notice, do you do that on one side but not on the other? How about this is a sneaky cheat. As you reach your arm forwards and you twist, does your pelvis twist and follow? That's no good. I'll explain why in a sec. Have a check one side and the other. Does your ribs move at the same time as the pelvis? Sneaky cheat. Now, why is this important? So if you have your ribs and your pelvis and you have your internal obliques attaching the two together, if I just move my rib cage, keeping my head and pelvis still, can you see how my finger gets further from the other? And as I twist into it that gets closer together. That's the lengthening and contracting of muscles by moving my bones, my rib cage. If, on the other hand, I move the pelvis and ribs together, can you see there's no change in the distance of the fingers? Now, if there's no change, something's going to become the brakes, the middle, and that's going to be things like, can you see, perhaps my neck gets put under pressure, perhaps my back, really common one, hips, knees, ankles, all begin to lock up to help make up for the lost middle connection. So let's just go back to it, feeling for that reach forwards, feeling for the twist, and then back, reaching and twisting, and then back to centre. Let's have a little shake. Let's do one more roll down. So chin to chest for me, rolling down, feeling the weight of your head, opening up each little vertebrae on the way down. At the bottom, I want you to rotate round to one leg. Imagine my finger under the arch of your foot, lifting the arch up as you rotate round. Remember, keep your big toe ball, little toe ball, inside and outside of heel in contact with the ground. And then as you twist the other way, the arch of your foot lifts, the leg twists out as you twist your chest into the thigh. Back to centre, hand to bottom, weight of your hands drawing your pelvis down towards the ground and the spine beginning to stack up. Get towards the chest and you're going to imagine that cord drawing you up and forwards. And let's bring the arms all the way up. As they come up, reach and lift up and forwards through the chest. Bend the knees, have a little swipe round, coming up, and then slide the shoulder blades down. Now, let's just have a check-in, so give yourself a little shake. We've done the tiniest little bit of moving, but a little intro for you there. Feel where you feel the weight in your feet now. Has it changed at all? Do you feel a little bit more even, a little bit more balanced? What about if you check on those ribs? How do they feel? How about the shoulders? Are they a bit more balanced? And what about where your fingertips rest along the sides of your legs? All this is a little clue as to what that one little move has done for your body. So hopefully you'll spot some nice positive changes. That's an intro to a snippet of the sort of things we cover in the Supper Club. Hope to see you soon.